brains, one cell, two brains, one cell, two brains, one cell, two brains, one cell.
Anyway, here's Wonderwall.
My microphone's clear the fuck over here.
Hey guys.
The plan was to start it like that and then go, welcome back.
Didn't even have the mic.
Like an NPR, kind of like, just something nice and jazzy sounding.
Yeah?
It did not work.
No.
I didn't plan that very thoroughly.
Well, I mean, the whole plan stemmed from, hey, I'm going to start the pod like this.
Yeah, the whole plan started with, it would have been funny if I started the pod like this.
And then he did.
I'm going to start the pod like this.
Yeah. then he did that.
Me first.
Fuck you.
You deserve that. You deserve every bit of that. Jesus, you did not.
What?
Oh, that's right. You put Everclear in that thing.
I drank bubbles.
Also, this is a new Red Bull flavor. So, hey, first thoughts. Yeah, that's the fucking word. Shut up! So I'm about to try my Red Bull. That's kind of gas.
I don't like cinnamon. Well, I'll give it a try.
Yeah, it tastes more pear. It's actually quite.
It tastes a lot like pear.
Yeah, it's quite good.
I don't think I tasted the cinnamon very much.
There's no cinnamon. This is just the same flavor they had 3 years ago, rebranded.
They did what we keep referencing with, what's it called, where they just sprinkle it, though?
LaCroix.
Yeah, LaCroix. They
Yeah.
just, like, they put it on the can and then washed it off, and that's
No.
what considered it
They put it near the can and go.
Someone, that color on the can is actually them just rubbing a bunch of cinnamon on the outside.
Yeah,
And letting it sit for a few days and then just washing it off.
They put the pear flavor in there.
Yeah.
Closed it all up and shit. Put it in flour. Then
pear. Yeah, and then fried it.
cinnamon, and then fry.
Why did I say pear?
I don't know. Bud. I was just gonna roll with it, though.
You did good because it took me a second to realize I said that wrong.
Yeah. You're doing great.
Well, welcome back to Two Brains, One Cell, episode 86.
How many subs do we have?
86.
Fuck. Uh-oh.
That's why I drew the crying face. I don't know if the lights are fucking it up, but
A little.
yeah, it's on my side. I can't really see it, but
From where I am, that is two really wavy dicks.
and then it says almost time for die, and I spelt time THYME.
It looks like.
Yeah, the M got fucked up.
Was that an accent?
Yeah, it was.
Well, I don't know, because I wasn't trying to. But it came out that way.
I think it was a little bit.
Yeah. Damn it. We're like less than 5 minutes in.
Well, it's like I accidentally, like, the Ford Fedora voice turned into, like,
did you
an
keep
Asian.
that in? Or
I cut the last bit out because the first bit was normal, but I think it turned a little Asian.
turned a little slanted?
Yeah. Also, your thing for your phone is right there again because you left it again. So
Let's go.
just put it on your water bottle.
Where is it?
It's on the TV.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't remember what I was doing in here, but I sat down right there.
What
and
if I
looked
just
at it.
took this one out, put that one in, and left it here?
You're like, thanks.
Anyways.
That water fucked me up.
Good.
That was, I don't know where those burps came from either.
Hell.
It tasted like an ancient, like...
Keep going.
Okay. It tasted like an ancient, like, 1800s burp. Maybe a 1776 burp. Freedom. Freedom. Freedom!
I don't think so, unless maybe... You remember those buy drinks that
So... Episode 86. I'm gonna show you guys something. So we put candy out on the porch for Halloween, and I felt real quirky, and I drew little signs that say "Please only take one." And so this is the "Please only take" part, and then the one is this, and then at the bottom it says "candy," and then "please." It didn't work. So it seemed like a bunch of kids used it correctly, and then we caught on our Ring camera, clear as day, this kid takes the entire bowl and puts it in his fucking bag. Like a cunt. And my mom was like,
My mom's getting me dwinks.
my mom was like, it's to be expected. It's Halloween, you know, kids do that. And I was like, but that's the whole reason why people stop putting candy out is because people do that. And granted, I did that at one point, but we only did it when it was like 10 o'clock, when all of the kids weren't trick-or-treating anymore, and it was like -6 degrees, and we would go around and just empty the bowls, and that was the end of it. But this guy came up at like, I don't know, maybe like an hour into trick-or-treating and just cleared the bowl, and so kids kept coming up and not being able to take any. It was very sad.
Did you kill him?
No, but I kept telling my mom, I was like, you should post it, because she's in this like Facebook group about the area. So whenever something goes awry in this area, people post about it. Like there was a really loud boom a while ago, and everyone was like, what the fuck was that?
This morning?
No.
Oh,
This was like months ago. And everyone was posting in there like, what was that? And like it's like their own little group of like vigilantes, kind of like they all like to take it.
It's a neighborhood watch.
Yeah. And then they'll like post on their Ring cameras like, someone just stole this package off my porch, if anyone can keep an eye out for this person or whatever. And so they'll do that.
They putting hits out.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. And so on Halloween, my mom said that she kept finding videos of like in that group of people that had their candy stolen from their porch and whatnot. And so I was like, you should post that one and see if anyone recognizes their kid for stealing all of our candy.
You really can't get away with shit anymore nowadays.
Well, and it's so funny because the kid literally walks up to the box, like, because the papers were on a box and the candy was in front of it.
And I was in the box trying to get to the front of the line.
It was like late because it was a holiday, so
Yeah,
they didn't
exactly.
pick me up yet.
Yeah.
And so he like goes up to the candy and he like takes like a handful and puts it in and then looks up at the camera. And our Ring camera, you can tell when it's recording because it's got 2 red dots on it showing that it's recording. So he takes a handful, puts it in there, looks up at the camera for like a good minute, and then looks back down and just proceeds to take all of the candy.
You know, at least he thought about it and still fucking did it. He was like,
he followed through with it.
you know what? Already here. Like,
and so I told my mom, I was like, you have the clearest picture of this guy. If you just screenshot it, post it on there and be like, hey, if anyone recognizes your fucking kid for stealing all of our candy, you know, throw him in a sewer or something. I don't know.
something like that, yeah.
Throw him in the crime dungeon. I don't know.
It's like all that candy he stole. Yeah, that's his, those are his meals for the next 2 weeks.
Yep.
Let him starve.
Yep. You know, for the first like day, that kid's gonna be like, fuck yeah.
And then it's just going to be hell.
And then it's gonna be like, I don't want to eat that anymore.
Yeah. So, funnily enough, there is another group that I keep getting told about. I got told about a certain post by my boss at work, and then my girlfriend told me about the same one. And it's like the "You Know You're in Ogden If" Facebook page.
Yeah.
Did you see that one?
I don't know. The last one I saw, because my mom's on there too, the last one I saw was when there was like a trampoline in the air or something like that.
No, this one, the caption was something about, what type of spider is this? And there's a picture of a spider, but the spider's just not the main focus.
Oh.
There's just a whole fucking vibrator
Oh.
right next to it.
You know you're in Ogden.
Clear as fuck, just vibrator. And my boss was like, yeah, and there was just a sex toy. And I'm like, what?
Welcome to Ogden.
Welcome
baby.
to Ogden. And apparently my girlfriend was at work looking at it. She's like, I don't know what kind of spider that is. And her coworker was like, the fuck are you looking at? I'm like, the spider's like, that's a vibrator.
No, your girlfriend was covering up. She was like, "Oh, what version
It's
is
like,
this?"
what model?
Yeah, because I had one, but if this one isn't the same,
That one's got different. It's got stripes down the side.
this one looks so much more cute than this one.
What the fuck?
That one would match my nails.
On me. Yeah. So they just the fact, and it was in the same day that both of them told me about it. And apparently this post is like a little older.
That's amazing.
So I was like, how? Why in the fuck is this something that people feel the need to tell me?
they're like, "You like vibrators and spiders?"
Yeah, apparently.
Guess what I saw?
Let me tell you, your two favorite fucking things in one picture.
I know what you're getting for Christmas.
A vibrator.
A box of spiders and a vibrator.
Woo! I'm going to put the vibrator in the box of spiders and see the little party they have. What a bad fucking joke. All right.
Oh, God. Well, with the Halloween topic, it being a Tuesday, there wasn't much really going on, you know?
Yeah.
And with my family trying to be closer because of the loss that we had earlier, we were all trying to go and meet our grandpas, my great-grandpas, actually.
I was about to say something that is, like, insensitive as fuck. Like, yeah, the Eagles did lose that game.
They did.
Yeah.
But that's just me, not my family.
Yeah.
My family's all Cowboys fans, so.
Yeah, I was like, I probably shouldn't.
That leaves me. I actually made a joke about that the other day. About how I every time it's actually this Sunday.
Damn.
Yeah, whoa.
Damn, buddy.
I was having a full conversation in my mind.
And then what?
And then actually this Sunday it's the Cowboys and the Eagles. And so if I'm not busy, I think I'm going to be going over there and in my Eagles jersey while everyone's in their Cowboys gear.
Did you see a certain soccer game coming up?
Mm-mm.
It's Israel versus Palestine. I think it's on the 16th.
Yikes.
Yeah. Everyone is like, all right, we're all doing nothing that day and watching this shit. It's like, I don't give a fuck about soccer. Let's see who wins.
Oh, my God. That's like the equivalent of when you play Madden with your football team to see if you win with Madden, then your team's going to win in the real game. That's what this feels like.
Yeah.
Is this soccer game, whoever wins is going to win the war.
I mean, there's the same question with both. Who shoots the best?
Oh, my God.
Anyways, let's go.
We it took forever to get to my grandpa's because we had to drop Caleb off, and then he forgot his bag to hold his candy, so we had to go back and drop
no,
it
that's
off.
when he gets a fucking Walmart black. Saved by the bell.
I was trying to say bag, but I don't know what else I was trying to mix the fucking word with. Clearly the word black. I guess.
No, so we had to drop him off at a school so that he could meet up with his friends. And after we dropped him off, we were on the freeway already, and he goes, "I left my bag in the car." And so it wasn't even like he was anywhere to get a bag. And then when me and my mom were like, you could tell we were upset that we had to turn around, he was like, "I can just stuff my pockets." And in my head, I was like, I mean,
he could.
yeah, you really could. But then I was just like,
Whatever.
it's whatever. He
Yeah.
was wearing a bucket hat too, so he could have
Oh,
done that.
yeah.
Um,
Well, it would have been so great if at every door he took it off. Every piece of candy fell everywhere. And he's like, please?
every time he put it back on, it'd just fall behind him, and he'd be like, "Man, this bag sucks."
Yeah, it's like, this does not hold shit.
But it took us forever to get out there, and when we did, I didn't care about like seeing specific people there or anything. I just wanted to see the family, because that was the whole thing, is that we're all trying to get together with the family to see each other. And we got there and like nobody was there. Like it seemed like a lot of like, I think there's a couple people that didn't show up for different reasons, one of them being ridiculous I'll have to tell you about later. And then I thought Braxton had left because it was getting late and it was a Tuesday. And then I knew that my aunts were out trick-or-treating with Presley. So I was like, Literally everyone is
What
gone.
type of ants?
Fire ants.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, the ones from Fallout 3, but so they were big and they light you on fire.
Yeah.
And so wait, did you notice that I flipped the mattress around? Does it feel any different?
You told me last week that you did.
I didn't do it last week. I just shoved it up.
Oh.
I said I needed to flip it.
Oh, that's right. No,
Yeah.
I didn't notice a
Yeah.
damn thing.
Yeah, I flipped it, and I could tell that this is higher, especially trying to put my arm up here. It's a lot higher.
Let's do this again.
And then I noticed that it's staying like more form,
Stationary.
kind of. Yeah. So the ants were they were all gone, and I was like, where the fuck is everybody? So we walk in there, and I'm dressed all in my Thor stuff, and there's like no one in there. And so I walk in and just kind of like go, oh.
Trick or treat.
And so then I put my hammer down where my mom just put her purse, and then I'm like kind of like putting everything down, and I was just gonna be like, well,
Oh fuck, this sucks.
the whole reason why I wanted to be here is to see the family, and no one's here. But I ate some food, and my grandpa, like I told you, he showed me some stuff and let me have those toolboxes, and I was like, yeah,
Oh yeah.
definitely. And then I found everyone outside, and we went inside, and Walker, dude, was dressed up as Batman.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was the best because he calls Batman Man.
Oh hey,
And-
that's you.
And Man fight guys.
Man fight guys.
Man fight guys. And so it was so funny.
Is man sexist?
Well, it depends. If he doesn't fight women.
That's not equality.
No, it's not. But he's
All right,
not
man,
hitting
go
women.
beat the shit out of your wife. It's like
But
in
it
your
was
own
so
car.
cute. It was so cute seeing him in that, and when we were, he grabbed my hand, and he said that we were superheroes or something like that, and that we fight guys, and it was so fun.
You fight guys?
I fight guys.
Whoa.
Yeah. And so we walked in there, and we see everybody, and I was just a little sad that we didn't get to see like literally everybody. We're just still missing people. And then
Well, you had Batman there. He's the
we
world's
did have
greatest
Batman.
detective.
We did
He
have
could
Batman.
Find him.
Yeah, that is true.
He could find them
Yeah.
so easy.
This is
All
true.
he has to do is find one clown and be like, "Where is he? Where?" That's what Batman does, right?
That's what Batman does.
'Kay. And then
and-
the clown.
And then the clown goes and starts pulling out rags.
Yeah.
And at the end of it is a note and says, "The fuck if I know."
It's like, brother, I just work here.
It was I don't know. I ended up doing this thing where I had my keychains with me, and I was giving them to the family, and it got to the point where I was like, it clicked, and I was like, I forgot. Like I guess I didn't realize that I don't talk about the music stuff with my family like at all, and I'm sure it's because I don't want to be that family member that's like, yeah, I do music, like, and I don't want them to think that that's because there's always that stereotypical family member that would do music that like has no job and is just like, it's doing good for sure.
See, you're not there yet because most of them smoke an assload of pot and actually don't have a job.
Yeah.
You have a job.
I have a job.
Most of them don't have a license. You have a license.
Yeah, and I got a car.
Yeah, now, but
yeah. And so I just it occurred to me, and so then I ended up going on a spiel about just how I was like, yeah, I do music and stuff. And one of my my cousins, he was talking to me. I gave him a keychain, and I can't remember where it stemmed from, but he was like, yeah, I've been like wanting to get into like the video editing stuff. He's like, I've been looking at software and everything, and I go, well, let me tell you.
let me tell you.
I was like, I do that a lot.
I just had a bad realization that at the end of the last cut, my face,
You couldn't see it.
camera didn't even pick it up.
No,
My
yeah.
face was the funniest part of that.
Yeah.
Fuck. Now it's just gonna be racist.
I don't think it'll sound that bad.
It won't. No.
It just sounds like you messed up like the wording, and who knows what you were going to say, but like
I'm gonna be honest. I was about to say blag. I don't know where the L came from. I think just my ancestors took over for a second. Like,
oh my god. Well, it wasn't racist, and then
Now it is.
yeah.
Yeah, I just had to double back to make sure you guys knew.
But I can't. So he said something about video editing and all that, and I go, well, let me tell you. I was like, I do that all the time, and I went, oh wait. And he goes, really? What for? And I go, and he goes, do you have a YouTube channel? And I was like, well, yeah. And then I go, so, and I kind of laugh, and I'm like touching the back of my neck. I'm like,
It's one of I have a podcast.
yeah, I was like, I have a podcast with my buddy, and I was like, I don't like really talking about it with people because it's so dumb.
It is stupid.
And I really had to drive it home. I was like, it's so dumb. Like, it's so stupidly, just idiotically so
think
dumb.
about the most degenerate shit you can, times it by 5.
And I was like, we literally just get on there and talk and then realize what we said after we said it. And he was like, no, I get that. It's fun. And I was like, and then I explained to him, I was like, it's more of like it's like a time capsule where we can look back on whatever year and be like, yeah, we were doing that at that time, like we had recently done. And so I was like,
oh, what? You got like what? 7 or 8? 86.
7, 800. Like, what you got? 86. 100? Just 86.
Just 86.
And then we got in a whole conversation about that editing stuff, and I told him about OBS and everything, and I don't even know what videos he's trying to do, but I was just trying to tell him about it.
OBS will get you anywhere.
Literally everywhere. Like, it has been so good for me to rip things from YouTube.
OBS and VLC. That's what you need. VLC is great.
And so I was just telling him about it, and he was like, yeah, I'll have to talk to you when I get to that stuff. And I was like, please do. Please do. And
Before I forget, do you still want that old graphics card?
Yeah.
Because I keep forgetting, and I still have a whole fucking computer in my closet.
As well,
yeah.
you know, just to try it.
I have offered it to other people, and they're like, oh, we don't need a computer. And I'm like, it's free! It's like, this is a couple $100 computer for free!
Mom might take it.
Okay.
Because I have that broken one
If
that's
we
been
slap
sitting in here.
that card to that one and give you the better card,
Yeah.
boom.
Boom.
Better.
That's what I've been trying to, because my old PC was a piece of shit. So
It was.
I was going to have to try and fix it, then get it to her. But it's just been sitting here because I don't even know what the fuck is wrong with it. So that would be awesome.
Cool.
Upgrades, people, upgrades.
Yeah, it gets rid of some fucking storage. No, I gained some storage space.
There you go. That's what I'm going to be doing when I put the subs in the car. I'm
Yeah,
gonna have so
facts.
much space. I'm going to
Yeah.
be like, yeah.
Holy shit, I got a room!
And then once I get rid of all these liquid death cans,
How much do you think we could make?
I was reading about it. I think we can get like a good chunk of money from all these cans if we recycle them.
Yeah. But the
And-
thing is, isn't Utah one of those states that just doesn't do that?
I don't know.
I don't think Utah does that. We'd have to go to like Idaho or Wyoming or something, which is like
It's
an hour away.
It's easy.
I want to go to Wyoming anyway because they have cool alcohol.
Did you know the buzz balls are in Utah?
You told me about that, yeah.
Fucking. Oh yeah, because I told you part of the
Yep.
TII stuff.
Yo.
So anyway, we got done talking about that. We're saying goodbye to everyone. And then I got stuck again talking about photography stuff because my cousin just got his dad's camera who had passed away. He got his dad's old camera, and it looks just like my Olympus that I have. And I was like, oh, shoot. And so I'm like looking at it, and I was like, this is like
I get it.
identical.
Shoot.
And so I was like trying to help him figure out where to get the film and everything, and where to get it developed.
He's like,
and
where do I get it? Figure it out, dumb fuck.
just look it up, pussy.
Yeah. There's so
no.
much AI nowadays. Fucking idiot.
And so we were talking about that, and then his mom comes over and was like, yeah, are you going to, this is the second time this has happened to me. Are you going to start doing stuff with that photography? You're so good. And I'm like, well, I've been doing that for a while. Quite a few years now, actually. I'm just not good with people, so I don't like to promote that side of it very much. I just like the commercial stuff or like the nature stuff. And so got in a whole conversation with that, and but it went way too long with all of them, and so they just got a whole spill on what my creative shit has been lately. And I did the thing where I was like, I've got an album coming out.
Yeah.
You want to go check out the album? Go check out the album, though. Anyway, though I gotta skip past all that because I want to talk about Tech 9, and this is important.
So my Halloween, Yeah, it was on a fucking Tuesday, so it was kind of stupid. But after work, the girl came over. We we were gonna make cookies, and then realized I didn't have any mixing bowls, which I'm pretty sure I actually do, and just didn't remember where I put them. So we went to Smith's because we're like, "Fuck, we gotta go get a mixing bowl." Smith's didn't have any mixing bowls.
Oh, weird.
Weird. So we went to Walmart. They had mixing bowls.
Walmart. Where you get your
Got a mixing bowl. My words, man. I don't know. Went home and we made these cookies completely flourless, like not even gluten-free flour.
Oh, you were telling me about
yeah,
these.
they're peanut butter chocolate chip.
Yeah.
They were surprisingly good.
You're saying that you thought that I would absolutely love them.
You would. It was just peanut butter.
Sorry, I tried to move past it. I thought from the last time we talked about Halloween, you were like, I didn't plan for anything.
I mean, I didn't. But
so, it was my bad. I just kind of went to move past it.
You're fine. That's why I stole it. And then, for the first time in my life, I watched Beetlejuice.
Good. Don't you hate when that happens?
Don't you hate when that happens? Why is Beetlejuice in like a tenth of the movie?
Yeah.
Like, it is not about Beetlejuice at all.
He's just in the little bits of it.
Yeah.
They have a second one coming out. They just posted the poster for it.
The first one was in '88.
Yeah.
What
the second one's coming out.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, let me tell you, it's weird as fuck after so long. Actually having someone to just hang out and watch a fucking movie with and lay there and be cute and shit. Because, I mean, I could do that with you.
You had to add the last part or else you knew I was going to be like, well.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Because there's only so long me and you can cuddle because we both put off a lot of body heat. So we get sweaty really quick.
With our boners.
And then we just start fucking way too soon into the movie.
With our real good boners.
Real good?
Real good boners.
Yeah, real good boners and 30 seconds of mediocre sex. That's what I got going.
That's what I live by, baby.
When she still calls you back after 2 minutes of mediocre wienering.
Peanuts.
Peanuts. No, I really didn't do much else that night. After that, we just watched the movie, watched TikToks, and she went home.
Yeah. I came home and watched
Beetlejuice.
Silent Hill for the first time.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
It was fucking weird.
Yes.
Not what I expected it to be at all. And then the
Should see the
ending,
games.
the ending quite literally pissed me off. Yeah, I know. I thought that I had played the first one on my PS2, but the first one came out on PS1, and it was actually Resident Evil that I played, not Silent Hill. Anyway, Tech 9. So this is I gotta preface this a little bit. I haven't been able to talk about, especially with the cruise shit. I haven't been able to talk about that. I went to Roykasop. I went to Devon again and met her. I went to Tech 9. I went to This Is Important. And I think I might be missing one, but I've been to a bunch of shit.
You've been to a lot recently.
That we just haven't been able to talk about. And so I just wanted to briefly go through Tech 9 because of just how funny this instance was. So I show up with Mom, and they got the best picture of us in line waiting to go in, because you know how they go down. Like, we had that picture with Damien that one time.
Yeah.
And whoever the new photographer is,
Good.
holy shit. Like, I sat there and stared at this photo for the longest time, not because I look good or
Like,
anything.
damn, you can see my penis in
It's
this
like
one.
the lighting is phenomenal, the editing looks great, and the sun is like right on me.
Oh, damn.
Right?
No, he did fantastic.
So good. And so I thought that was great. But this is funny. So we get in line, all right?
You get in a box.
I ordered a box.
Oh.
No, so we are
Of
walking.
Tannerite.
We're kind of like, I had pointed out where me and you used to park. There's actually a better place that's closer to the venue where we could park.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we got there way
what about
later
our
than we
P-spot?
usually do. It's like in the middle of where we used to park and where the complex is.
Okay.
So we could still journey off to the P spot.
Okay.
But then we could just come back over.
The P spot is also where the homeless people hang out.
Yeah, yeah. and they just go, "Hey, nice penis." And it's like while you're peeing, they actually sit there and play with your balls like a cat.
It's true. It is very true.
Anyway, we're going towards where we're supposed to line up, usually where we line up, right? And we walk past a whole line going the opposite direction, and we're like, the fuck?
The VIP shit.
And no, these people are dressed like, I don't even know, like almost like rave girls, but like more, I don't even know how to explain it, more fairy-like.
Okay.
Less ravey, sexually ravey stuff that people do, but like more...
Did they have wings and pixie dust?
More girl boss. No, that's the thing, is it was like, there were sparkles.
Is it like crystal bitches?
Yeah, more like that, yeah.
Okay.
And so we're walking past these kind of people, and then I and I look at the sign and it has some other name on it, and then I look across and there's another name where the other line starts where Tech 9 is, and you just see the most heinous looking people lined up across this thing, and we're walking down going, "Whoa, damn." Oh God. And then we get in the back of the line and we're like, all right.
Can we go get in the other line?
Because it didn't help that Hollywood Undead is there as well.
Oh, yeah.
So we're also getting that
fan
crowd.
base,
Yeah. And so, and it was really annoying, though, hearing people in the crowd being like, yeah, I'm here for Hollywood Undead. And I don't know who Tech 9 is and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, you cunts. This is my 4th year in a row.
Hollywood Undead fans are just people that couldn't grow up from junior high. I'm going to put that out there right now. That's all it is. Because, yeah, I listened to their music in junior high, but want to know what I did? I fucking grew up!
And so we're standing in line,
It's
and
going to piss someone off.
I see some just redhead walk by. You want to know who it was?
Who?
Your best friend.
Haley?
Yep. And she starts walking by with like Grace or whoever, and I'm talking to Mom and I go, "Hey, I know her." And she goes, "You do?" And I go, "Well,
Sort of.
it's like Cade's person. I don't know her." And then she's like, "Oh," and then I'm like, "They're going to the other line for sure. There's no way that they would be coming to this concert." And she goes, "I mean, that would make sense." And later I texted Haley and I was like, "Hey, by the way, I saw you in line at that show."
Nice. Fucking gingers.
But we got there, and Mom previously had gone to a concert, Dermot Kennedy there, and she stood behind. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Hologram shit, dude.
He's back?
Well, just for Halloween.
Oh, gotcha.
No, Tech 9. So they have the sound booth area that's like got the gates around it, and she stood
Just in the
behind
middle?
that. Yeah, she stood behind that. It's a little further towards the back, but she stood behind that. And she's like, "This is
not
a
a bad
good
spot.
spot because
Yeah.
you can lean against it. You know, you're not getting like crazy thrown around. You can hold on to this, and people in the back aren't usually going too ape shit." And so
Got more room to throw some fucking elbows in people's faces, you know.
And so I was like, I mean, that makes sense, but also there's literally 45 feet of space in front of this that is completely empty right now.
Oh.
So I was like, I didn't want to leave her because I was like, I'm literally coming to the show with you. I bought our tickets. Like, I want to be there with you. But then I was like, when she posted up right there, and I was like, there's so much space up there.
Yeah.
I was like, the real estate. I was like, I'm going to go up there. And so I just went around. And so from where I was, I could turn around and just see her straight through the crowd and just see her against the fence over there.
Boom, boom.
Hi, Mom. Boom, boom. And so I'm in the crowd, and these two very pretty women come stand right next to me. And there's this already drunk dude standing in front of me.
Ooh, nice.
But he's like a fun drunk where he's just buddies with everybody. Like,
oh, good.
Like he'd just be standing there, and he'll just kind of lean over and be like, "You excited for Tech 9?" And just have a good conversation with you, you know, and like
He was just being a little social butterfly.
yeah, and he was doing that thing where he was like, "If anybody fucks with you, you got me. I'm here." Because he was tall and he was just kind of a wider set,
Fuck
you know.
yeah.
So he was just like, "I got you. We're good," you know.
Even guys like to feel safe, okay?
And so he's standing next to me, and he's talking to all these people around us and everything, but not me. And so I'm got the side eye on these two women right here. Like, I'm like, are there two dudes off getting them drinks?
And then he's like, "What, they bothering you?" And beats the shit out of him.
And I'm like wondering what's going on here. And it starts to get a little bit later, and I can really tell that they're just either fucking staring me down, or they're looking like behind me
Past you, yeah.
and looking at like whatever was over there. And so I've got the side eye going, and I'm like, I can't fucking tell, but I'm not gonna be like this and make direct eye contact
you're
with
not
them.
just gonna fucking sex.
Yeah, just be like, fuck.
You want some fuck?
That's when you go, sorry, I've got Tourette's. Fuck.
Let's have sex. Sorry, I have Tourette's.
Sorry, I have sex. I mean, I have Tourette's.
Well, they're both lies.
Yes. So, then like a while passes, and the guy next to me, after talking to the people in front of us, he goes like this. All right, I'm him right here. I'm him.
You're him, bro.
I'm him.
Damn.
And so he's standing there, and he's going like this, and he's leaning towards me like this.
Wait,
like
am I you?
No.
But then who's you in this situation?
This pillow.
But
is
I want to
me.
be part of this.
Well, you're on the wrong side.
Well, you can.
Okay. Hold on. This is gonna be weird. This is kind of weird.
This is weird as fuck.
So he's standing next to me about this close, and he's kind of doing his thing. He's holding his beer, and he just kind of starts going like this, like he's gonna lean in to say something, and I'm staring directly forward. I've still got like my eyes, my peripherals are checking on this one and seeing that this guy is now leaning in on me. And so instead of like turning and looking at him, I just lean closer to him and I go, "What's up? What's up, dude?" And he goes, "You've got some." He goes, "Are you here alone?"
Yeah.
And I go, "No, my mom's actually back there." And he goes, "What?" And I go, "Yeah, I bought my mom a ticket. She's back there." And he goes, "Well, these two ladies, they're right next to you, dude. They're eyeing you up, and they're pretty." And I go, well,
but I'm scared of women.
I go, "Well, I can't tell." And he goes, "Yeah, you can't tell." Like he's thinking I'm being sarcastic, and he's like, "You can't tell, huh?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
And then he's like, "They've been staring at you, dude." And I was like, "Well, I couldn't tell if they're staring at me or staring past me." And he's like, "Well, they're gonna keep staring past you, if you know what I mean. They're gonna keep doing that." And I was like, "Yeah, for sure." And he's like, "I'm just saying, man, get on it." And I was like, "Oh yeah." And then he kind of leans back over, and then I just stood there staring forward again, like I'm not gonna fucking do shit, because I had a feeling
That funny feeling.
that there was something there that I was missing. Like they might have been looking at me, but I swear they were looking past me. And you get to about when Tech Nine's about to get on, and funny enough, two dudes show up with them, and they're talking, and I go, "Oh, would you look at that? I was right." But so then we kind of get pushed away from each other a little bit, and then I'm noticing in my peripherals again that like the dudes aren't really dancing with them, like they're just kind of dancing next to them and not with them at all. And so I was like, maybe they're just homies. Maybe they're just homies. You never know.
True.
So I did this bold as fuck, embarrassing thing
Pulled your pants down.
where there were a group of people next to me that were obnoxious as shit. There were a bunch of like frat dudes, and they were obnoxious as fuck, and they're sitting there like doing their thing, and there's these people like almost like humping my shoulder, where it's a dude with his arms around this girl, and they're like dancing on each other like this, and then behind them is the two girls. And so then I'm like kind of going like this, and I go, "Is this your group right here?" And he goes, yeah. And I go, "Do you want to trade and you can be with your friends?" And he goes, "It's okay." And I was like, "I don't mind." And he's like, "Well, if you're okay with it." And I was like, "Yeah, just go ahead." And so then we switch, and I am now shoulder to shoulder with these two girls.
Let's go! I did that right into the mic.
And I'm like,
You're not like shit, bitch.
and now I'm like mad at myself because I had just put myself in this situation and then realized, oh, I had the balls to get here, but not the balls to do anything further than that. And so we're just kind of like just standing next to each other, like dancing around and stuff, and like just bumping into each other because everyone's fucking flailing.
Yep.
And then I like looked back and I made eye contact with one of them and I went to say something and then one of the dudes puts he puts his head between the two girls and it was so funny because it was just like me, one girl, the other girl, and I made contact with the one on the farthest side of me. And so then I like went like this and looked and made eye contact and then I went to turn more to say something and then this dude's head just comes into the middle of both of them and he's like, "Hey, do you guys?" And then I didn't hear it because it got washed out with everything and and then I was like, you know, I'm just
Whatever.
it's fine. That's not why I'm here. This is I just what the fuck ever. And then the shortest lady came up next to me, and she again was like, I was like, is she with someone?
Yeah. Single? Fuck.
And because I'm like getting to the point where I'm starting to give up on dating apps, and I'm like, I just need to get the balls to say something to someone.
Fuck that.
And so I was like, I'm like gearing myself up, and I'm like, there's literally no way this lady can see the stage at all. And so I was going to find a way to see if she can get in front of me, but that tall dude is now in front of me. And
So it would have done nothing.
yeah. So I was trying to figure out what I could do to like break the ice and say something, but it's also a concert, so there's not a lot you can really do without being like, "Hey, you like jazz? How's it going down there? Can you see? It's Tech 9." And this was like, "Einstein Tech 9 2 triple Z. Yeah, you know this one?" And she's like,
Just the fucking BFG yelling at her. Like,
all she's hearing is like,
all right, we're apparently Rottweilers.
and like after like a couple minutes of trying to think of something, I was just like, fuck it. And so then I just started enjoying the fucking concert. And there was a point though where a fight broke out with the frat dudes that were now like just right here to me. And a fight broke out with some like little Mexican dude who was yelling in Spanish. And then the white dude, he was like the whitest motherfucker, had his shirt cut off where it goes really far. And
I hate those.
he's got his hat backwards. He's like just a frat dude. And he's like, fucking do something then, dude. He's going like this. He's like, fucking do something then, dude.
Anyone ever does this to me, I know for sure I can whoop their fucking ass. Just saying.
And so they're yelling at each other, and the other dude's yelling in Spanish. Like, and so it
He's
is
probably just like, bro, I don't know what the fuck you're saying. I'm just trying to be here for a good time. What the hell are you doing, man? Come on, I'm not trying to start a fight.
And then they start pushing around, and then out of nowhere, one of the frat dudes takes off running from like in between everyone. And so then I like try to back up out of the way, and then some girl is going after him. Like, you could almost see the red in her eyes as she was screaming at him. And she like grabs his shirt, and then that throws me back because she like pulls her elbow out at my chest, and it like pushes me back. And that little that short person was right here. And I'm not okay. She's not a little person, but she was pretty short.
Yeah.
And so like I would say like 4'11", maybe. And so then I get thrown back, and she just puts her hand on my back, like she's holding up a brick wall. Like she's just boom.
Fucking the Captain America scene.
Yeah. And so she's just holding me back like that, and I'm like, I am so sorry. And now I'm thinking like, there's no way I can talk to her now. Like, it just, I don't know if I just seem like an asshole who's just like going too far back, or she noticed that what was going on. But after that, it was all right. I mean, someone did get ushered out by security flying past me, and they pushed me out of the way. Then
People just can't mind their own fucking business.
yeah.
And
Salt Lake Titty was lackluster this year. I
Yeah,
told you that.
you
Not
did.
a lot of Salt Lake Titty this year, but it's because Tech 9 went on before Hollywood Undead, which was also really funny because once Tech 9 got off stage, so many people left.
I bet.
So many, and I was like, "Whoa."
Oh.
Like it was packed all the way to the very back of the complex when he was there, and then
Then
when
there's just one dude with like a lawn chair being like, yeah.
let's go. And so I was like, I had gone out to like get out of there for a minute and stretch my legs, get a water or something, and then I go back in, and there was so much space all the way to the back, and I was like, damn. But I had told you I felt like the only person in my area that knew a lot of I wouldn't even say old Tech 9 songs, just older.
Yeah.
Like stuff that I would have listened to in like junior high, and then some of the older ones like Einstein and stuff like that I knew. But they were all singing like the Face Off and Red Kingdom, like all of the popular
It's about
ones,
power.
which I made sure to get another video of that.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Did he play the same clip?
Yep,
Of the rock?
same exact clip. Yep.
Nice.
Yep, and he came out again with I love that he does it every show. He leaves off stage about halfway through and comes back in with a mask.
Yeah.
And then he plays that one song with a megaphone. And anyway, it was really fun. And then Hollywood Undead comes on stage, and they're like, I'm trying to figure out what I just want the one song. Everywhere I go, that's all I want.
Yeah.
And so I was like, all right, I'm going to plan this out. So Mom goes and she just finds somewhere to sit down. There's like a bar there that has couches and stuff. So she just went and sat
really?
down. Yeah. It's just in this corner.
Oh.
And you just walk down this hallway, take a right, and there's just a legitimate bar.
Oh.
And there's couches and stools and tables, and you can just go pop a squat in there.
That's kind of cool.
Then they play the
Okay.
concert on the TVs.
Huh?
Yeah. So I was like, she went and sat down in there, and I was like, all right, I'm going to find the set list. I'm going to figure this out. So I'm going through the set list, and I'm like just deep diving. I'm going through Spotify playlists, the set list. I'm going to this website that shows, like, when people attend them, they'll upload the set list.
Yep.
And so I'm going through that website. I'm like going in, and I'm checking every venue and what order they played it. And it came up every single time
As the last one.
as the second to last one. And so, for more my sake than anything else, I'm texting my mom updates. I'm like, all right, we're about 5 songs in. We're just about, like, 9 more till this song or something like that. And I'm giving her updates, and I'm like, all right, just this many more. I was like, maybe they'll play it early. I'm hoping for this one, this, and this. And I'm, like, updating her, and she's not giving a fuck. She's hanging out. She's hanging out.
She's having a good time.
Yeah, and I'm just sitting over there like, fuck, just this one, please. And but they came out on stage going, everywhere I go, bitches always know. And then they stopped it.
Cunts.
Yeah, and then they just went like did a riff where it's all wow, and they go Utah, and like did that whole thing, you know. So I was like, I got a first clip of it where it's like a couple seconds of it, and I go, fuck. I was like,
Dickheads.
dude, what are the chances they come out singing that one first,
That'd
and I
be
get the fuck
nuts.
out of here?
See, they should do that because then the rest would be so much more hype.
Oh yeah, if you just play that at the top, it would be so fun.
much better.
But
But they probably know that after that, people
People
will-
are gonna
Yeah,
leave,
they're
yeah.
gonna fucking leave because that's like the only song people ever listen to by them anymore because no one really gives a fuck about them because guess what? I grew up from junior high.
so I was leaning. I found a pole, like this giant pole, like a pillar, and I was sitting there just leaning
Wait,
against
one more
it.
time?
This giant pillar, and, and I was leaning against it the entire time, and a set of really pretty women come up again, but like these ones were like going fucking nuts, like they were
Yeah.
bouncing around, pushing each other, like going crazy, and I'm just like against this pole, like.
You're just scared.
Yeah, I was like, I don't like this.
I don't let them be
I
here.
don't like,
I
you're
don't wanna
really
go
hot,
home.
but I don't like this.
I don't. Oh, the hot to crazy level. Oh.
And I ended up just hanging out till that song got like I didn't even stay for the full song. I just got like the first little bit that I wanted, and then I was like,
Okay.
I want to get out of here. I don't even like. I was like, I got what I wanted. I got to hear them do like they did like an acapella thing first with it, then did the beginning of the song. So we got like 2 beginnings of the song, then another part of the song. So I was like, all right,
Just play the fucking song.
and it was really funny though. Before he starts, so he does the acapella version and everyone's singing along. Then he goes, "Y'all want to see it? Y'all want to see it?"
Oh no.
And he starts getting his pants like this, and he looks and he goes, "Nah, there's like a draft up here. There's like there's like a
It's
cold draft up
It's
here."
cold.
He's like, "Nah, it's okay." And he goes, "Hit it," or whatever. And he goes, "Everywhere I go," and like they're actually playing it now. But this time Tech Nine had an actual band,
Really?
which was made. Yeah, he had a
That's-
backing track, but then like the band would be playing on top of it.
That's cool.
And so you would hear like live guitar, like cover kind of, because it's playing on it and it's not the exact thing, and live drums, and it was really cool.
Good shit.
But then we just dipped after that. The day after, so then it went Wednesday, regular day at work. Then we came home, carved pumpkins. Then Thursday is This Is Important, and for people, it doesn't seem like a lot of people do know.
I don't.
But these are the guys from Workaholics, this TV show that I'm fucking obsessed with. They're like just the pinnacle of comedy to me. I don't know what it is about what they do in this show, but it is so fucking funny to me. And
They act like idiots.
well, yes, yes, But it's like their delivery on everything, and the fact that you can't tell what is improv and what is scripted, and
They
everything.
just got the good comedic timing.
They just have it. They have it. You
They
know,
they are him.
they are him, and
And him are they?
whoa.
I mean, it's 2023.
Then you see like just like even the physical comedy. Like there was the big clip that went around of Adam when he goes, "I almost died, and I didn't do anything cool in my life. I didn't go off a waterfall on a jet ski." And he's like, because he accidentally just hung himself, and like they were hiding in a tree and they had harnesses on. It was just rope, and you see him fall out and like unfurls and grabs his throat. And he's all, and then Blake is like, "Oh my god, oh my god!" And so he gets out of the tree and he runs into this, and it's like this whole thing. But then he comes back, and you see in the background of them talking at the front door, you just see Adam sitting there like, and he's not like swinging or anything. He's just like spinning, and he's just dead body weight just spinning. And then they get like scissors or something and run out there, and he goes, "Oh, my baby boy!" And he's like trying to lift him up so they can cut it and everything. He's like, "My baby boy, Adam!" And then he like after they get him down, he's like, "I almost died." And so like I don't know what it is. It's just they fucking kill me. And so Braxton is who
Should get a
introduced
restraining order.
Braxton is who introduced me to them. And so when I found out that they were doing their podcast tour, which their podcast is them just being idiots again for an hour, like it's like this, but they're a lot funnier than us.
What?
And the thing is they've have a lot more stories to tell about being in Hollywood and meeting people, and so it's interesting, and they're really fucking funny.
And then my story, I made peanut butter cookies and watched Beetlejuice.
Well, and there's 4 of them. So it's like a little bit easier to riff off of each other, Yeah,
because one can just shut the fuck up for a while.
Yeah, oh yeah, and then
awesome.
there's a soundboard that one of them uses, so he can shut up, and then he just, your boobs are huge.
Yeah.
So.
See, that's what's great. It's still just the 2 of us, but I can just shut the fuck up most of the time.
It's because I won't shut up most of the time.
Yeah. It's a great dynamic.
Fuck! So Braxton introduced me to them, and I found out that I went way too far back on my story.
You're doing great.
They have a podcast, really funny, soundboard, and when I found out they were going on tour, and I found out the dates, because I heard they were going on tour, they didn't put the dates out, and I told Braxton, I was like, "Hey, they're going on tour. We should totally get tickets to go." And he was like, "That would be so fun." And then eventually they announced the dates when I'm in Pennsylvania. And then the next day is when the sale it goes on sale. So then I am calling Braxton, and I'm like, "Dude, these go on sale tomorrow. We should get tickets." And he was like, "Well, I don't know, just with the cruise and everything, it's a lot of money to be spending." And I was like, "That is true." And I was like, "And I don't know how expensive these are going to be, but I was like, if they're reasonable, we should go because we don't know when they're going to come again." And I was like,
I come again pretty quick.
Same. But I was like, it would just be so fun to be able to go because you're the whole reason why I know they exist, and it would be so fun to go with you, especially because I don't think anybody else really knows who they are and listens to the podcast or the show or anything. So
yeah,
except Ripkin and Damien, but Damien doesn't give a single fuck. Ripkin was like maybe could have gone if I encouraged it more.
Almost gave a fuck.
Yeah. And
then me, I openly tell you I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Unless it's bad friends and you don't know who they are till we go.
Yeah.
Until we're planning to go, I mean.
And then we might go again. I'm so mad. I'm so mad.
We wouldn't have met Bobby though.
It's true. We
wouldn't have met Bobby, and it was a fun trip out of state.
Hey, it was a really fun trip, but at the same time, what the fuck?
And I'm debating though, because Chris DiStefano is coming soon. And it would be fun to even just get a back seat just in the way far back. And then also see Bad Friends because those tickets are have been on sale.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So we might not get a good seat if we go.
No.
But anyway.
How funny would it be if Bobby just brought his mom again?
to Utah?
Yeah.
He's like, we did this in Arizona, but here's my mom.
And we're like, I remember.
We were there. Where's Sugar Sean?
I know, right?
And Andrew Scholes.
Holy fuck, I forgot about that.
Yeah. That's what I was saying that earlier. I was like, we saw him.
Holy fuck, yeah.
But and so I'm trying to convince him, and he was like, "You know what? like call me tomorrow when they're on sale and like let's figure it out. And I was like, fuck yeah, let's please. And
This is the ticket guy.
and he for real.
Yeah. Whenever there's a new concert, hey, you want to go to it?
You want to
Yeah,
go to
sure.
Oliver Tree?
And I immediately buy
Yeah.
him.
And Ethan's coming with us.
Is he really?
He has a ticket and
Oh, that's
everything.
fucking
Yeah,
sick.
he's coming with us. And Cameron bought a ticket before she stopped talking to me. So I wonder how that's gonna go.
Hey, we'll see her there.
But with that one, I honestly think we should try to like get there early
Yes.
as shit,
No,
especially with
absolutely.
GA. Like we want to get there because even VIP is going to be in front of us, and we want to be up there. So
It's Complex.
no, it's
Depot?
the Saltaire maybe.
Oh,
It's in Magna,
yeah, Saltaire.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah, I love that fucking
Yes.
place.
and
It's
like
gonna be
we saw
cold.
that TikTok where it was like that crazy fucking cool shit with the scooter stunts and all
Yeah.
that. So we got to make sure we get there close.
Deal. But the thing is,
Um,
even at the Saltaire, the lawn area slopes up really high.
Oh, there's a lawn area.
Yeah, so like there's the main area where like you stand on, salt flats and shit, but there is a lawn.
Oh, I thought it was indoors.
No, it's outdoors. Oh, well, they have both.
Oh.
I guess the one I went to a Tyler concert there once, and it was outside. So fucking cool.
I wonder if it being in February, that might just be inside though, because who knows how that snow's gonna be.
Yeah, you never know.
Um,
If it was outside, that'd be fucking cool, because it
yeah.
was so much fun.
But anyway, so the tickets go on sale. I call him. I'm like, I can get us really fucking close, $50 a ticket. And he was like, you know what, you're right. Who knows when they're gonna be here again? Let's do it.
Pull that trigger.
And so we bought the tickets, and a little while later, I'm like, I was listening to the podcast, and they were even saying they don't even know if this would happen. Like, they were like, the only reason why they're going on tour is the movie that they had fully scripted and were about to start filming got scrapped by Paramount Plus.
Damn.
Then so they had a lot of free time, and then even if they had free time, they could have been doing other things. But the writers' strike and the actors' strike happened, which means that like
Pretty sure that's
everything
still
shut
happening.
down. Yeah, there was like a thing where it was like they had come to a term, and then it just reopened up again, and they're still on strike because they even had to push back the Deadpool movie because of it.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, because it was supposed to come out in May next year.
Oh.
Yeah, and now they have to push it back, and so I'm like, just figure it out, guys. Come on. But so they had an even more open schedule.
My girlfriend hasn't seen any of the Deadpool movies.
Well, that'll be a fun one to
Or
go through.
any. No, here's what. She gets mad at me all the time because of the movies I haven't seen. She hasn't seen any of the Spider-Man movies
What?
or Batman.
That's wild.
Yeah, the Batman one is because she's terrified of clowns. I'm like, he's in one movie.
Well, and he's not really much of a clown anymore.
Oh, it still terrifies her.
Really?
Yeah, she
Oh.
hates that shit.
Weird.
Yeah, but yeah, I was like, all right, well,
Well, if you guys ever want to have a Batman movie marathon, I've got almost all of them.
she won't watch Batman at all, and it makes me so crazy. I'm like, they're so good.
What was I saying? Oh, so they had a lot of open shit now because of the strike and because the movie got scrapped. So that they just had a lot of stuff going on. They're like, you guys want to go on tour? And so they were saying, like, if this strike were to, like, open up, like,
We should go on tour.
Stop and, yeah, then they would, like, they just didn't know if this would ever happen again. They're like, it was just good timing for everything to be happening that this ended up working out for us. So I had to reiterate it to Braxton, like, hey, I know, it was the money thing, but, like, also they're even saying they didn't even know if this would ever happen again.
Yeah.
And so we're gearing up. I am so excited. I'm wearing my shirt that says I'm afraid of women, obviously.
Obviously.
We get there, and I go and I buy a shirt, and I tried to buy him a shirt, but he was like so dead set on not buying him one, and then I was gonna get him this one, but they didn't have the size that he needed, and then he just like was like, don't worry about it, and I was like, well, I could get you, and he's like, don't worry about it, and I was like, fuck, god damn it. But that day I had posted a picture that I had found that reminded me of them, and I put it on my story, they put it on their story.
Nice.
I then posted another picture of the Buzzball that I have because one of them has a deal with Buzzball, and I said pregame buzz off or something like that, or buzzer beater or something like that, and then I said catch me in seat T111, which is TII, which I talked about, and they posted that on their story. Then we get to the parking lot, and I'm chugging a Buzzball. And I say parking lot buzz off or something like that, and they put that on their story.
They're just sucking your dick
Yeah,
at this point.
this is 3 in a row so far. And so we get in there and we go down
they
like
just start liking every photo on your
You're like,
account.
this guy's fucking sick.
Fuck yes.
But we get to the like where we because remember when we were at Bad Friends and we were like, oh, we're all the way up here.
Yeah.
It was the opposite this time. We get to where we think we are, and we're like, we're looking for seats, T, this, and he goes, that's, and he takes us and walks us back,
Ouch.
and we had to sit, and I was like, oh. Okay. Oh yeah. I mean, it's fine. We're close and everything, but it just kind of was like a letdown because I thought we were up there. And the show starts, and it like I listened to the previous episode, and Blake, the guy with the soundboard, had his laptop's AirDrop on, and so me already knowing that was like planning on what I wanted to AirDrop to him, and so I AirDropped a picture of Bobby Lee's face that I have, and I AirDropped some like. Just some goofy ass pictures,
and then
I then obviously in other podcasts they were talking about Kevin James and how that meme's just been funny and that they keep airdropping it to him, and then they start talking about Utah mountains and all the ladies out here got some Utah mountains and like making jokes about it. So naturally, I Google a picture of Kevin James with some honkin' nonkers and I airdrop it to him, and I am like sitting there just spamming it, like I'm letting it go, and my phone's at like 30-something%, and so I'm like risking everything. Like I'm like, this has gotta like this. I'm gonna make this happen.
I'm gonna make this joke land.
Yeah.
If it's the fucking death of me.
And so after a while, I'm like, I'll wait till he's more active on the keyboard and everything. I'll just wait a little bit, and then they start talking about mountains again, and like the Rocky Mountain oysters and everything. So I then. I started doing it again, and at some point Blake then goes, all right, guys, I hate to do it, but I have my airdrops open again, and you hear a couple like, woo! And then he goes, and I keep getting some weird stuff, but I got this one, and he's starting to lift the laptop around, and he goes, of Kevin James, and he goes, I don't know what is up with this meme with Kevin James, but I love it. And he's like, I don't know when it's going to die out, and I love it. So, and then he turns the laptop around, and it is Kevin James with some big honkin' nonkers. And God damn it, I was hitting Braxton like, it's the one! It's the one! It's the one!
I sent him Kevin James with boobs!
And then Braxton goes, okay, on 3. 1, 2, 3. And I'm like, what? What are we doing on 3? And so then I just wait for him to start doing something, and he goes, yeah! And so then I join in with him, and we both yell like really fucking loud. And then after that, I go, your boobs are huge.
Yeah.
And hoping that it shows up on the podcast, because it was supposed to come I thought it was supposed to come out last Tuesday, but it's supposed to come out this Tuesday.
Ah.
Yeah. But so we're yelling, and like their manager, Isaac, he every time he comes out on stage to bring them stuff, they're always trying to get him to take his shirt off and show off his pink nipples, is what they say.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And so before
Naturally.
the show even started, I saw him walking out to put their drinks out, and I just go, take it off!
Nice.
In a dead silent crowd. And, well, I mean, everyone's cheering just because someone's on stage. You know how everyone fucking does that.
True.
And so I yell that, and people around me are like, the fuck? And then later on when he comes back out again, I think everyone clicked because that started happening, and I was like, take it off! And did it again. But, anyway, it was just a very hype moment, and there's various times where like Adam, one of the guys, gets up and
I was gonna say point.
yeah. So this one up here with the hair is Blake, and then this one is Adam over here, Adam Devine, and he's a lot more popular.
He is.
Because he had done stand up, and he's in quite a lot of different things, and his voice, he's Pizza Steve and Uncle Grandpa.
That's amazing.
Isn't that great? So, and then Kyle, he's the director of Workaholics, but he shows up as the drug dealer, Carl.
Nice.
And this is Anders, and he is just fucking hilarious.
He's just fucking.
He seems like the kind of guy that you're like, oh, he's a dick in person, but he's like,
I mean, you look.
ungodly hilarious.
You look at that face, like that guy's probably a douche.
And so Adam, he gets up and he starts flexing his muscles, and I was taken aback. I was like, holy shit, his biceps are massive.
Yeah.
And so then I'm sitting in the back going, ow, and like just doing that super loud. And again, I'm like, I hope I hear that.
Yeah.
And but they did fucking fantastic. The show was hilarious. they were dogging on Utah stuff, and they're talking about the Beach Boys. And this was a funny thing because they were like, doesn't the Beach Boys have a song about Salt Lake City? What is that called? And they go, Salt Lake City. You go, why would the Beach Boys write a song about Salt Lake City? There's like, it's not really a beach out here. And I leaned over the Braxton. I did feel bad, though, because I felt like I was the equivalent of the guy that keeps talking in the movie. Because I knew Braxton isn't caught up on the podcast. So a lot of the stuff they would say, I'm like, that's this. Like, I'm trying to, like, put the pieces together. And I was like, he probably does not give a shit. He's just happy to be here, and it's fun, you know? And so they started talking about the Salt Lake City thing, and I was like, I literally have that album on vinyl. And I was like, I have that song, Salt Lake City, on vinyl. And sometimes when they would say something and they wouldn't use the soundboard, I would say it. And then I tried to make a reference to the show, and I was like, that's a chop, and like chopped Braxton's arm, and he like didn't even look at me. He just kept looking forward, and I was like, I'm sorry. Like, I was just a little too excited, I think, and
Your tism was flaring.
yeah. Which, by the way, I don't know what it is, but when my microwave goes off, I have to whistle the same tone as my microwave, and my mom laughs at me every time. And this most recent time it happened, I was like, "Don't laugh at my autism," which is undiagnosed. It was just a joke, but
Hey, she's the one that gave it to you.
I'm pretty sure I have it. I'm pretty sure me and Caleb do.
I'm pretty sure you have it too, buddy.
But anyway, at the end of the show, they did this whole thing. Did I tell you about the Wizards?
Shadow Wizard Money Gang. No.
Okay, it's not like crazy important to the story, but I'll have to tell you after. But it's kind of fun that they do it. Then we were standing up to leave and everything, and I saw that they had posted the video of me chugging the buzzball, and I was like, dude, that's 3. So then I posted on the car ride back, I posted a picture of Kevin James, and I said, me when I airdropped this photo to Blake's MacBook or something like that. And it was that picture of Kevin James with the mountains, and they put that on their story as well. And I was just like, damn. Fucking, I wanted to make I was going to make a Call Me Wendy's about that 4 for $4.
Yeah.
But I couldn't remember if it was a 4 for $4 or if it was the $5 biggie bag. So I just kind of gave up on it. I was like,
yeah.
Call me Wendy's with that 4 for $4, bitch. And then be entirely wrong.
That would be hilarious.
And they're like, that's actually not.
Yo, call me Wendy's because I'm winning these.
Like, call me Wendy's because I got a Big Mac truck. I drive a truck. I got a really big truck.
Flips through Big Mac.
It was so much fun.
Good.
I did want to say,
No, you didn't.
real quick with Lagoon and just this whole thing in general, though.
$5 biggie bag.
$5 biggie bag. One of the episodes, I'm going to go back and find it because I remember saying specifically, I want to be like at Pineview all the time. I don't care if I'm with anybody. I'm going to be at Pineview. I'm going to be a beach bum. And then I was like, and I want to go to Lagoon. It's been so long since I went to Lagoon. I went to the beach once for the music video.
That's also the only time I went.
And we didn't get really in the water because it was cold as shit.
It was cold as fuck.
Well, we did get in the water. I forgot that
did.
we ended up diving in and everything.
Oh,
and we
wait.
dug the hole.
Oh, we did dive in.
Yeah, we did that. So it wasn't a bad trip.
We did dug a hole.
We did dug a hole.
Dug dim and dome.
Dug dim a dome hole.
We dug dim and dome, dug a hole.
Oh. And so then with Lagoon, I went once. And
Same.
This was the first time I had ever gone during Frightmares.
So
And
disappointing.
It was the last day of the year that they were open. And it was kind of funny because my mom was like, is there any way I could get, like, she ordered from this, like, teriyaki place or something. She's like, is there any way I can get your teriyaki bowl, but which is, like, no vegetables or anything? She was like, I can make it, like, just an add meat.
To a rice dish?
But, like,
or?
but it's like you can add extra meat to anything.
Ah.
She's like, I'll ring it up as add extra meat and just give you a bowl of chicken. That way it's cheaper. And then so she like rang her up for it. She turned around and the guy was like, I can't do that. We can't do that. And she's like, fine, I'll make it myself. So then she walks back and makes her that chicken in a bowl, brings it out and gives it to her. And it's kind of like, it's the last day we're open. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, it's like, fuck you.
Where's this chicken going to go?
It's like, it's already dead, buddy.
And so it was freezing as fuck.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Like, my nose is still fucked up from it. I had, like, it was, the whole thing got fucked up because of how cold it was, and it was constantly just dripping and fuck. But it was fun. I did drink the night before, which is Halloween parties that we didn't talk about, that maybe next episode we'll talk about those because it was actually kind of fun. Then, actually, yeah, those we definitely got to talk about next time because there's a fun story with that. And
Boobies.
so I was a little bit hungover and going on these roller coasters, and it was a little worrisome. But the best moment, and I'll end it with this, is when we're on Colossus, and because I don't have my glasses on, I don't have that to protect my eyes, and my nose and everything is getting attacked. It's cold as shit. So we're starting to go up the drop, and we get to the top.
You ever felt instant regret?
And I'm like sitting there, and I was like, I wish I would have had just like a napkin in my hand so that I could wipe my nose before we go down this.
I would just...
And so we go down, and as we're going down, my eyes are drying the fuck out, and like, but they're watering, you know.
Yep.
And so then I have a tear go down, and we hit the first loop, and the tear does a U-turn and goes up to my temple and into my hair.
Goes back into your eye.
And it goes into my hair, and then we go down, like we go through the second loop, and the other one this time comes down this way, and then goes into my mustache and goes this like sideways through my beard. And we got off the ride, and I told my mom that, and she was like, "You want to go again?" And I go, "Yeah."
Yeah.
And so then this time I had a napkin in my hand, and I went like this, and then the tears again went like down, and then went sideways, and then the other one again came out this side. This was on the second loop, and this time it came out just a little bit and then went above my eyebrow.
Nice.
And it went like across and then stopped right there, so then it dropped
Dude,
into
you
my
are
eyebrow.
reverse sweating.
Yeah, I was like, what is happening? But it was, I wish they had like pictures on there still, because you would see my face going like this, squinting and like holding my face like really tight, and then seeing a tear on my forehead.
Yep.
Like, and you could see a trail too. That was the best part, is you could see the water trail going in any direction.
Instantly, like, froze over.
Yeah, it just freezes on my eyebrow.
You see a little hockey player going.
But I just thought it was funny that I said that and just didn't fucking happen.
Yeah, it kind of be like that sometimes.
Yeah. I've got like 1, 2, 3. Oh, the car is registered, by the way. We ended last episode saying we gotta go to get that car
It's
registered.
true, we did need to do the go.
And it was funny because we walked up and she's like, "Oh, I hate when they do this." And she leaves and comes back, and then I start pulling out paperwork left and right, and she's like, "Oh, you got this?
Oh, you got that?
Oh, you got this?
Yeah. Oh my god.
And so then she was excited as shit that I had all the paperwork and I was prepared as fuck. And I even asked her, I was like, "Do I need proof of residency?" She's like, "No, you're good." And I was like, "Fuck yeah." So I slid that shit back in there, and like I was over prepared for it.
Oh yeah.
And then it just got to the point where I just signed whatever, gave her all the paperwork. She gave me my plates, and I paid for it, and we just left.
Yep. It was really easy. It was the easiest time I'd ever been to the DMV.
Yeah, I have never experienced a time like that where I had just gone in, got what I needed, and left.
Like, I could have the same amount of paperwork and still be there for like 5 hours.
Yeah. So it was nice. But the car is registered. I do have a car, and I've been driving it around. It's great, and I just need to get the subs in. So
True. But hey, thanks for listening, guys.
thank you guys.
And if you're on Spotify, make sure you rate us 5 out of 5 stars. Do that Q&A
Yes.
if you feel
also,
so
I think you
inclined.
can also rate on Apple Music.
Oh, if you're on Apple Music, why?
Or, sorry, Apple Podcasts or whatever it is that they listen to with Apple.
Oh,
I think
so
you
if,
can
if you're
rate
on
5
Apple
stars.
Podcast, why?
Why aren't you on Spotify or YouTube?
Yeah, fucking idiot. But make sure you do rate us 5 out of 5 stars. And while you're on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, actually, you can't do this next one on Apple Podcasts. You guys do got to go to Apple Music. CK fucking Beats, baby
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, make sure you rate that 5 out of 5 stars. I don't really care if you do the Q&A on that one.
Well, there is no 5 out of 5 stars or Q&A on music on that one.
Hey, listen to the music. Album coming out later this month.
Also, little scuff up with what happened with Ghosts 2, which we'll talk about next week.
Yep.
So sorry that I missed a week. That fucking pissed me off. Made a funny video. Maybe I'll put that in the podcast.
Do it.
And but yeah, pre-save the album. We're getting really fucking close. By the time
close.
this comes out, I think we'll be like 2 weeks out.
Yeah.
So really fucking close. I'm really excited. And at this point, I am now past even giving a fuck if anybody listens to it. I am excited to listen to it just whenever the fuck I want to.
Yeah.
And my family, like, I'm excited for them to listen to it. So
Good shit. Good shit.
I'm excited.
But hey, after you're done with all that Spotify and Apple Podcasts, Apple Music bullshit, make sure to hop on over to YouTube. And when you're on YouTube, go ahead and type in 2 Brains 1 Cell Pod into the search bar. Make sure you hit the little subscribe button. Like the video. Leave a comment, perhaps, and post notifications. Turn them bitches on. And while you're on YouTube, you might as well. Like, you're already there. You got some time. You're not busy. I know you're not. You're lonely sitting in your room doing fucking nothing. Go over to CK Beats. Hit subscribe on that.
That's where you can listen to Ghosts 2. It is on YouTube. It didn't get flagged for copyright on there. That's kind of wild.
That's weird.
But it's on there. So listen
That
to Ghosts
was
2
just
on there.
so bad. But yeah, make sure you do all that. If you don't do it,
I'll find you.
I'm in your floorboards.
I'll make it look like a bloody accident.
Anyways,
And you're
yeah.
ugly just like your mom.
Damn. And we're going to leave it there.
Anything. All right, guys.
Hey, thank you. Stay safe. See you next week.
He was number one. His mayonnaise an instrument.